So, Marius, at last I find you.
Tyrael, yes. Yes, now I recognize you. I should have known you'd travel in disguise. They're always watching.
I've been searching for you for a long time, Marius. I was rather beginning to think you didn't want to be found.
Oh, forgive me, Tyrael, please. It wasn't my fault.
Not your fault. Tell me, Marius, how was it not your fault?
The Wanderer. Yes, it was the Wanderer. My days at the Rogue Citadel seemed so long ago. I sought refuge from my memories in the company of other outcasts, high in the mountains past the Eastern Gate. Days at a time. For when I dreamt, the memories would return. Memories of the monastery and the evil which had claimed it. Dreams, memories. I couldn't tell the difference anymore. Evil from my dreams followed me at my heels. How had he found me here? How could this broken shell of a man, barely able to carry the weight of his own sword, be the burning terror which drove me to hide here? He seemed to have demons of his own. He struggled to contain. He was losing. As I watched, I became convinced that I was truly mad. The terror, the destruction, the evil I witnessed. How else could I explain them? Were these the demons from my dream, or were they born within the Wanderer? Why did I follow him? I don't know. Why do things happen as they do in dreams? All I know is that when he beckoned, I had to follow him. And from that moment, we traveled together, east. Always into the east.
Greetings, stranger. I'm not surprised to see your kind here. Many adventurers have traveled this way since the recent troubles began. No doubt you've heard about the tragedy that befell the town of Tristram. Some say the Diablo, the Lord of Terror, walks the world again. I don't know if I believe that, but a dark wanderer did travel this route a few weeks ago. He was headed east to the mountain pass guarded by the rogue monastery. Maybe it's nothing, but evil seems to have trailed in his wake. You see, shortly after the Wanderer went through, the monastery's gates to the pass were closed, and strange creatures began ravaging the countryside. Until it's safer outside the camp and the gates are reopened, I'll remain here with my caravan. I hope to leave for Lutga Lane before the shadow that fell over Tristram consumes us all. If you're still alive then, I'll take you along. You should talk to Akara, too. She seems to be the leader of this camp. Maybe she can tell you more. The fiery Kasha commands the rogue archers in battle. I've only spoken to her a few times, though. I get the feeling that she doesn't like outsiders very much.
Well, well. I never expected to see an Amazon in these lands. You're very brave to have come here. Many of my fellow sisters have fallen under some dark spell, and if you're not careful, you may fall prey to it as well. Good day. Before our exile, Charcy, our blacksmith, could fashion any implement of war. Here in the camp, she merely makes do. Her best tools remain within the monastery.
I am Akara, High Priestess of the Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye. I welcome you, traveler, to our camp, but I'm afraid I can offer you but poor shelter within these rickety walls. You see, our ancient sisterhood has fallen under a strange curse. The mighty citadel, from which we have guarded the gates to the east for generations, has been corrupted by the evil demoness Andariel. I still can't believe it. She turned many of our sister rogues against us and drove us from our ancestral home. Now the last defenders of the sisterhood are either dead or scattered throughout the wilderness. I implore you, stranger, please help us. Find a way to lift this terrible curse, and we will pledge our loyalty to you for all time. There is a place of great evil in the wilderness. Kasha's rogue scouts have informed me that a cave nearby is filled with shadowy creatures and horrors from beyond the grave. I fear that these creatures are massing for an attack against our encampment. If you are sincere about helping us, find the dark labyrinth and destroy the foul beasts. May the Great Eye watch over you. Good day. I often dream of the day we reclaim our own. The sightless eye sees through the mist of time a great glory ahead. But how far ahead, the eye cannot discern. I should add that many rogue scouts have died in that horrible place. We cannot afford to lose any more. If you choose to enter that den of evil, you must do so alone.
The demons in that cave have claimed many of my finest archers. I wonder how you will fare.
Your presence honors me. One who seeks that cave seeks death.
Hi there, I'm Charcy, the blacksmith here in camp. It's good to see some strong adventurers around here. Many of our sisters fought bravely against Diablo when he first attacked the town of Tristram. They came back to us true veterans, bearing some really powerful items. Seems like their victory was short-lived, though. Most of them are now corrupted by Andariel. Akara, our priestess and seer, is most upset by the corruption of our sisters. I fear that she blames herself. The beasts from the cave have begun to roam throughout the countryside. You'd better be careful out there.
Good day to you, partner. I'm Geed, and I can already tell that I'll be your best friend in this forsaken camp. A spare weapon, some gold, a small gem is all I want in exchange for the equipment you'll need on whatever quest you might undertake. No, don't be shy. All of my items are guaranteed for life and come with a 2-day warranty. Akara and Kasha are sisters in the Order of the Sightless Eye, but they are worlds apart. Akara is a slow river of magic, Kasha, a viper of war. They're both deeply devoted to their religious order, yet the corruption of their sisters pains them both to no end. You're a brave soul. I'd sooner thrust my sacred scepter into the foulest carbuncular troll than set one boot into that cave.
I shall purge this land of the shadow.
Turn back. I can tell that you need more experience to fight safely in the next wilderness.
Foul creatures about. Perhaps now the sisters will trust me.
The Sisterhood welcomes you. I'm surprised you survived that test, Outlander. Go see Akara. She may reward you.
Good day. That which does not kill you makes you stronger.
Good day. The only good demon is a dead one, I say. By the way, did you happen to find anything in that cave you'd like to sell?
Good day. You are truly brave and skillful. Akara was worried about you.
You have cleansed the den of evil. You've earned my trust, and may yet restore my faith in humanity. Your reward is training in the skill of your choice. I often dream of it.
My rogue scouts have just reported an abomination in the monastery graveyard. Apparently, Andariel is not content to take only our living. Bloodraven, one of our finest captains in the battle against Diablo at Tristram, was also one of the first to be corrupted by Andariel. Now you'll find her in the monastery graveyard, raising our dead as zombies. We cannot abide this defilement. If you are truly our ally, you will help us destroy her.
Yes? Bloodraven fought valiantly against Diablo in the catacombs beneath Tristram. She was never quite the same afterwards. It is now obvious she brought an evil influence back with her.
Bloodraven was the leader of a rogue band that once fought Diablo at Tristram.
I'm sorry. The undead are bad for trade. I have a strict no-return policy.
I sense great sorrow and misery. Rest in peace, sister.
Greetings! Some of those gals weren't so nice the first time around.
Good to see you. Kasha wishes to reward you for your defeat of Bloodraven. I thank you too, even though Bloodraven was once my friend.
Where can I take you? You've done well, stranger. I hope all your efforts are worth it.
Greetings. Andariel must be made to pay for her sacrilege.
I can hardly believe that you've defeated Bloodraven. Though she was once my closest friend, I pray that her tortured spirit remains banished forever. You have earned my respect, stranger, and the allegiance of the rogues. I have placed several of my best warriors at your disposal.
It is clear that we are facing an evil difficult to comprehend, let alone combat. There is only one Haradrim sage, schooled in the most arcane history and lore, who could advise us. His name is Deckard Cain. You must go to Tristram and find him, my friend. I pray that he still lives. Tristram is too far to journey by foot. Cain would likely be dead when you arrived. However, there is a magical portal that will take you there instantly. To open it, one must stand within the circle of cairnstones and touch them in a certain order. The proper order can be found in the runes written on the bark of the Tree of Inifis. You must find the sacred Tree of Inifis and bring back its bark. I will translate the runes to unlock the stone's mystic pattern.
Good day. The bark of Inifis holds mystical runes. Akara can translate them into our revenge.
Months ago, I came across a few survivors from Tristram. They said that Cain had gone half mad and could no longer distinguish fact from fantasy.
If you bring back the bark of Inifis, Akara will tell you how to get to Tristram.
I would sooner micturate in a tankard of my own ale than journey to Tristram.
And so it came to pass that the Countess, who once bathed in the rejuvenating blood of 100 virgins, was buried alive. And her castle, in which so many cruel deeds took place, fell rapidly into ruin. Rising over the buried dungeons in that god-forsaken wilderness, a solitary tower, like some monument to evil, is all that remains. The Countess's fortune was believed to be divided among the clergy, although some say that more remains unfound, still buried alongside the rotting skulls that bear mute witness to the inhumanity of the human creature.
What a strange-looking tree. So, this is the site of Andariel's atrocities. Good evening.
How will you find Cain without going to Tristram? Very good. I have translated the runes on this scroll. You must find the cairnstones and touch them in the order that I have written. There is no more I can tell you about that ancient tower.
The Sisterhood welcomes you. Deckard Cain has crucial knowledge about the evils we face. You must find him. Have you suddenly lost your taste for wealth?
Your presence honors me. It is too dangerous to travel to Tristram. I won't be leaving here until the way is clear. Better an empty pocket than a full grave.
Good evening. I have heard that Tristram is now in ruins. Without Cain, I fear for the ruin of all of us. You know not ready to give up, are you?
Let's deal, my friend. I'm told that Tristram now resembles a meat hall after a barbarian wedding. I will... Guess what? I've named a boil on my ass after you. It too bothers me every time I sit down.
It's as if a great war were fought here.
Deckard Cain, go to the rogue's camp without delay!
As a token of my gratitude, I will identify items for you at no charge. Regrettably, I could do nothing to prevent the disaster which devastated Tristram. It would appear that our greatest fears have come to pass. Diablo, the Lord of Terror, has once again been set loose upon the world. As you know, some time ago, Diablo was slain beneath Tristram, and when our hero emerged triumphant from the labyrinth beneath town, we held a grand celebration that lasted several days. Yet, as the weeks passed, our hero became increasingly aloof. He kept his distance from the rest of the townsfolk and seemed to lapse into a dark, brooding depression. I thought that perhaps his ordeal had been so disturbing that he simply could not put it out of his mind. The hero seemed more tormented every passing day. I remember he awoke many times, screaming in the night, always something about the East. One day he simply left, and shortly thereafter Tristram was attacked by legions of foul demons. Many were slain, and the demons left me to die in that cursed cage. I believe now that Tristram's hero was that dark wanderer who passed this way before the monastery fell. I fear even worse, my friend. I fear that Diablo has taken possession of the hero who sought to slay him. If true, Diablo will become more powerful than ever before. You must stop him, or all will be lost. It takes time to master your skills, and use will hone your technique. But take care to choose your new skills wisely. Quickly in and quickly out is all the advice I can give you.
You have risked your life to rescue Cain. For that we thank you. You must seek his counsel immediately. Our mental discipline is matched only by our skill in archery. I only hope these are enough to withstand this awful trial.
What's that smell?
Well done, my friend. Courage and opportunity together have created in you a kind of alchemy.
Good morning. Warreeve's advice is like corpse gas. And Dariel's demonic forces have taken up residence in the forest as well as the monastery. I won't be venturing out of the camp. So if you need anything, I'll be right here.
When I fled the monastery, I left behind the Horadric Malice, my enchanted smithing hammer. If you can retrieve it for me, I'll use its magic to strengthen your equipment. The monastery can confuse even those who know it well. Stay alert in there.
Charcy talks of nothing anymore but this Horadric Malice. Between you and her, my ears need a rest. Just find it and bring it back quickly.
Stay a while and listen. The Malice was forged and enchanted by the ancient Horadric mages during the Sin Wars. When their union dissolved, the Malice was entrusted to the Sisterhood, guarding the pass into the east.
Where can I take you? Just as an archer needs bow and arrow, or a draftsman pen and paper, so Charcy needs the Horadric Malice with which to ply her trade.
Hello. Charcy is wasting her time and talents using an inferior hammer. Had she the Horadric Malice, she could make the steel sing and craft you a suit of armor as impenetrable as the Great Eye.
Yes? The retrieval of the Horadric Malice is not without risk. Our monastery is filled with voracious hellspawn. You'd best be careful, my friend.
The sisters will be glad to have this back.
What nightmarish tortures took place here?
Good day. Well done, my friend. But remember, the return of the Horadric Malice is but one step in reclaiming the monastery.
Good day. Now that the Horadric Malice is back in our possession, we shall use it to deliver a great blow against the evil which torments this land.
Good day. I am glad the hammer has returned, and you with it.
Yes. The magical effects imbued by the Malice are impossible to predict, but are always to the good.
Yes? I guess it's too late to take back some of the names I called you.
Oh, thanks so much for returning the Horadric Malice. I will now imbue one of your items with magical powers. This place is eerie. Greetings.
This is a great victory indeed, but many more battles await. I will accompany you on your journey, lending what assistance I can. Remember, Diablo is still out there, seeking something in the desert. I'm afraid that this nightmare will not end until you find what it is that he seeks.
Andariel's death brings about renewed life for us all. We mourn the loss of our dear sisters, but at least now we can get on with our lives. I may have misjudged you, Outlander. You are a true hero, and testament to the noble spirit which has inspired our order for generations. Farewell, my friend. Geed is a pig. I've been tempted to throw him out of the camp many times, but Charcy seems to think that he's good company. I don't trust the man, but if she is comforted by him, then I'll desist.
Finally, we may rejoice. We owe you a debt we can never repay. I only hope that in time, we will be able to rebuild our order. All our thanks go with you, my friend. The wilderness is overrun with evil, and the minions of hell have taken our rightful home. We must purge all evil from the monastery and restore order to the world.
Hello.
Good day.
Long ago, Diablo and his brothers were cast out of hell by the lesser evils. It seems that hell's balance has shifted, as Andariel is now aligned with the Lord of Terror. Her presence here in the mortal realm does not bode well for us. This is a...
Let's deal, my friend. Andariel's demonic forces have taken up residence in the forest as well as the monastery. I won't be venturing out of the camp. So if you need anything, I'll be right here. I'm gonna party like it's $9.99.
You'll probably go east now. It was good to know you. I hope you'll come back if you ever need anything.
The caravan is prepared. We may now journey eastward to Lut Gholein. Charcy seems to be a very sweet girl. She's the smith around here and can help you by trading weapons and armor. Charcy.
We traveled east, over the mountains and into the vast deserts of broken lands. As the days passed, my companion told me of himself, that he had once been a great warrior, and that a dark and secret burden now weighed heavily upon him. We traveled for an eternity across that arid wasteland. How long? I couldn't say. And always, a dark cloud seemed to follow us just over the horizon. Finally, the journey ended. We climbed the last bridge. There below us lay our destination. The shining jewel, Lut Gholein, with a great sea beyond. We made camp that last night. Perhaps it was the warm desert wind or the sound of the ocean, but for the first time in many weeks, I slept. However, the dreams returned, but these were clearly not my own. I beheld a vision of a great man, the mage, Talrasha. You were there too, Tyrael. I remember seeing you in my dream. His brethren had cornered a great demon, Baal, Lord of Destruction, who had been set loose upon the world. They attempted to imprison the demon within a sacred stone. Yet when their attempts failed, Talrasha selflessly volunteered to contain the demon within himself, completing the prison. He instructed his brethren to bind him within a tomb, buried under the sand, there to wrestle with the demon for all eternity.
Now you know what I seek, Marius. This is my brother. Sleep now. We set out with the dawn.
The next morning, we walked over the hill toward Lut Gholein. I had no idea then of the horrors that were in store for me there.
Good day. Greetings, honored traveler. I am Jaren, Lord of Lut Gholein, and I bid you welcome to my fair port city. I'm glad to know that once again, caravans are free to travel through the Western Pass. For some time now, we have been under siege by an evil power that I cannot identify. Strange, it all began when a dark wanderer came this way, looking for the tomb of Talrasha. No one knows exactly where Talrasha, keeper of Baal, is entombed, but it is certain to be far out in the desert. Now my people whisper tales of the dead rising from their tombs, and horrible creatures lurking amongst the moonlit dunes. Even I have witnessed things which I cannot explain. I've ordered the port closed and all trade ships moored until I am sure that my city is safe. Atma, the tavern keeper, has an important mission for you. Go see her immediately. You'll find her on the other side of town. Now I must return to the palace. I apologize, but I can't invite you in. Things are rather a mess right now. To any who aid me in the defense of Lut Gholein, I pledge my support. Passage east, wealth, honor, all are due to those who help my city. For trade in magic and the like, see Drognin or Lysander. Drognin is the wisest man I know, without equal in magic and ancient lore. Poor Lysander is nearly deaf, but he's a reliable potion chemist. For travel back west, see Wariv, whom you already know. Our own Farah is a fine and honest armorer, and she can heal wounds as well. Elzix is the innkeeper, and may also have some items to trade. Grays, the mercenary captain I hired to secure the gates of Lut Gholein, keeps order in town as well. There are others here too. I'm sure you'll meet most of them. Just look around. To any who aid me in the defense of Lut Gholein, I pledge...
Now that Andariel is dead, I can return and outfit the rogues properly. Once I've made some trades here, I'll be free to head back to their monastery. Let me know if you want to travel along. By ship is the only way eastward from here. I believe Captain Mashif has a small trading vessel moored at the docks.
Oh. You look like a sturdy adventurer. You know, I used to be quite the scoundrel in my day. I led the fiercest group of bandits who ever terrorized these sands. Nowadays, I run this here inn and pretty much stay out of trouble. My days of adventuring are behind me. Atma. Now there's a fine woman. Lately, though, she's only thinking about revenge. She has reason enough.
I bet you wonder how this town manages to stay safe with all the trouble going on out in the desert. Well, I can tell you that it's got nothing to do with the local town guards. They're all in the palace for some reason. Jaren hired me and my mercenaries to help keep the peace around here. We're not cheap, but we're the best this wasteland has to offer. Geglash is an imposing warrior, but he's never been able to back down from a fight. One of these days, his pride will be the death of him.
How do I know I can trust you, You may be as shifty as that pack rat Elzix who runs the inn. But if you need a potion, though, I suppose I can make you one. For a price, of course. I've traded my potions to Wariv many times. Yes, they seem to fetch a good price in the Western lands.
I know much about the ancient religions. I was trained as a paladin of Zakarun in the Eastern Kuras Temple many years ago. When the three evils were bound ages ago, Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, was moved to Kurast and bound by the holiest of magics.
You have quite a treasure there in that Horadric cube. According to Horadric lore, the cube can restore a Horadric staff. To do it, use the cube as you would a scroll. When the cube opens, place both pieces of the staff into it and use the cube's transmute power. You'll be pleased to know that the cube has other alchemical uses as well. 6 gems plus 1 sword transmute into a socketed longsword. You may also transmute 2 quivers of crossbow bolts into 1 quiver of arrows, while 2 quivers of arrows yield 1 quiver of bolts. I must leave it to you to discover other formulae. There is something about Farah that troubles me. Her manner is strange for a lonely desert maid.
Greetings, Amazon. I haven't seen one of your kind in many years. It's good to know that warriors of your caliber are protecting this city. I'm Mashif, captain of this ship here. I make port runs around the Twin Seas and occasionally out to Kingsport in Westmarch. I haven't sailed anywhere lately, though. Jaren has ordered me to stay docked here in case of emergency. Oh, I've known Elzix for years. He always offers me a free room at his inn when I dock here. But I prefer the comforts of my own cabin.
I don't know why you people keep pestering me. Grays seems to have this place locked down nice and tight. Not that I couldn't have done the same. I've proven my valor in combat plenty of times. There are some ancient tombs out there in the desert. You have to go pretty far to find them, though. Rumor has it that they are crawling with walking corpses now. Shit. As if the saber cats and claw vipers weren't bad enough.
I don't expect this of you, but if you want to help me, I would be grateful. In the sewers below our city, there lurks a horrid creature that hungers for human flesh. The creature has killed many, including my son and my husband. If you destroy it, I will reward you. Please, be careful, though. That beast has taken enough from us already. The sewer entrance is through the trapdoor, just up the street. The creature makes its lair in the tunnels beneath the city. He butchered my husband and son. I simply cannot bear to talk about it. Evil has laid siege to Lutgulain, and you may be our last hope.
I've heard that you are responsible for banishing Andariel back to the burning hells. I'm impressed, stranger. That couldn't have been easy. My name is Drognan, and I know what you're up against, my friend. You ought to look over my inventory of items for trade. The Horadrim were a powerful order, although maybe too prideful. Tal Rasha was one of their order, and that should tell you something. Any man who believes himself strong enough to contain one of the prime evils is in for a rude awakening, I should think. Farah and I have been talking about the creature recently. From my studies, I have deduced that it is Radamant the Fallen, an ancient Horadric mummy that has for some reason left his tomb to prey on mortals. I'm doing some more research now. If you check back later, I may have some more insight as to his nature.
Yes, citizen. I've personally found some of that devil's victims washed up out of the sewer. Often they are missing limbs or a head, and their bodies have always been skinned. At first, the creature raided the town at night. That's how Atma lost her family. Now we've got him barricaded in the sewers. You're safe up here on the surface, but every now and again, some fool wants to be a hero and heads down to the waste tunnels with a pig sticker. Geglash is an imposing warrior, but he's...
Good evening. I hear that the creature kills his victims in order to hack off their limbs. I guess that makes me a less likely candidate, eh? Oh.
Not here.
Your presence honors me. I've heard tales of walking corpses out in the desert at night, though I've never actually seen one.
Welcome to my shop. I hear that beast is after body parts. Does he eat them? Ugh, ghastly.
It is an honor to serve you. I believe that the creature you refer to is one of the ancient Horadric mummies from the tombs that lie buried beneath the desert sands. It is unusual for one of his kind to be so far away from his resting place. I sense in this entity a restless and malevolent spirit.
Good evening. The Horadrim used to mummify their highest mages and infuse them with spells that would allow them to protect their tombs, even after death. I have no idea why one of them would be acting so malevolently. Perhaps Drognin or Farah would know more about this.
Ahoy, mate. There are 2 entrances to the sewers, I believe. One of them is right near here, down by the water beneath the docks. I can see it from my ship, and you can bet I keep an eye on it every night.
Atma has been avenged.
They say that the taste of vengeance is bittersweet, but I find it to my liking. In addition to my undying gratitude, I have spoken on your behalf with the rest of the townspeople. The merchants have agreed to show their gratitude by offering their wares and services at lower rates. Oh, Jaren wants to see you too. You'll find him in front of the palace. In addition to my public house, there used to be several brothels doing business here. When the troubles first started in the desert, the Harem Guild sought sanctuary within the palace. Of course, Jaren was glad to oblige. I'll bet they're finding many ways to repay him for his protection.
Hulk! I have heard of your many deeds of skill and bravery. I feel I can trust you with something I have been hesitant to speak of. Drognin and I have concluded that the Dark Wanderer who passed through here recently was Diablo himself. Drognin believes that Diablo is searching the desert for the secret tomb where the great Horadric mage Tal Rasha keeps Baal imprisoned. You must find Diablo and put an end to the terrible evil that has fallen upon our city. Drognin is wise and is sure to have some helpful advice for you as to how Tal Rasha's tomb may be found. It may take you quite some time to find the tomb. May you be ready when you do. Things are getting worse by the hour. I know everything looks fine, but trust me, it isn't.
Good morning. Caravans take people where they want to go, until they get there. Be very careful, my friend. I think I've seen enough recently not to doubt that these tombs exist. And if they do, they are most certainly guarded by terrible creatures.
Need some help? If you're going into the deep desert, why not hire a few of my men to watch your back? I'd stay clear of Lysander if I were you. He's always mixing his damn potions and chemicals. I wouldn't be surprised if he winds up blowing himself to smithereens.
Hello. So, you're going to search for the 7 tombs, huh? Don't you know that they're just desert legends, passed between merchants and travelers? No one really believes that they exist. We've all fared well under Jaren's leadership. The town has remained safe throughout this whole mess. And yet the lad still seems very upset about something.
Hello. When Tal Rasha chose to embody the spirit of Baal, he knew his doom was to wrestle eternally against the will of the greater evil. Look around you and ask yourself, has the battle been won or lost? When Tal Rasha Ah, the sweetest desert flower. That's Atma. Even my strongest brew can't bring back her family, though.
Good day. Graze is a fine warrior and leader, but in his heart he will always be a mercenary for hire. I cannot be loyal to those who have no loyalty to themselves. Legend has it that Tal Rasha lies imprisoned within his tomb, forever struggling to keep the Lord of Destruction bound. His was a selfless act, although perhaps foolhardy. Legend
Hello. Diablo nears his goal. We have little time to lose. Remember, my friend, that Andariel gave herself willingly to Diablo's cause. It would be prudent to assume that the other evils will attempt to aid their master as well.
My ship is your ship. I'm sorry, I can't help you much here. Now, if the tombs were across the ocean, then I'd be the guy to talk to. The Lady Farah has a proud, noble air about her.
Hey! Have you found those big sand maggots yet? Arrows and all that don't work so well against them. Best thing is to hack them with a sword or such. Oh, I'd go with you to those tombs, but, I don't like all that living dead stuff.
What you need? 2 men arrived late last night bearing a story about evil magic. They said they saw a gathering of giant snake creatures performing some arcane ritual. They sound like the serpent men of the desert. We've all fared well under...
Who goes there? This midday darkness reeks of foul magic. My men and I are trying to keep the peace, but this kind of thing really scares people. The chief has sailed all around the southern seas and visited many strange lands.
Yes? The sun has grown disgusted with the terrible deeds it must shine upon each day. Damnate.
Ahoy, mate. This permanent darkness is very unsettling. It would make navigation by stars easier for me, though.
Not here.
Good evening. This whole place is one big ale fog.
Greetings. Drogman the wizard will have some idea as to what is happening.
Good day. Claw vipers. This outer darkness mirrors the inner blackness of their souls. It is they who have eclipsed the sun, I'll wager. They are a venomous band. Oh, I have great faith in Graves. He seems to have things well in hand.
Blessings to you. This unnatural nightfall is no doubt caused by evil sorcery. Drogman might know what we are dealing with.
Stay a while and listen. Drognan may have some advice on this matter. I think I'll speak with him myself.
I've been researching this lengthy eclipse, and I believe it to be the work of claw vipers. Find their temple beneath the desert sands, and you may find the source of this curse.
Yes? You have quite a treasure there in that Horadric cube. According to Horadric lore, the cube can restore a Horadric staff. The Staff of Kings! You astound me, my friend. You have discovered the shaft portion of a Horadric staff.
I trust you know how to use a Horadric cube to unite the shaft with its headpiece.
Let there be light.
Good day. The Viper amulet you bear is actually the headpiece of a Horadric staff. Yes, you have an uncanny knack for finding rare and valuable artifacts. Of course, you'll have to use a Horadric cube to combine the headpiece with the shaft. I've been speaking with Lord Jeren, and I sense that he is becoming more and more agitated by something. You should try to talk to him again. If he still won't take you into his confidence, seek to prove yourself a bit more. I gather that his respect for you is growing. Greetings. Elzix is quite a scoundrel, but I like him all the same.
Good day.
Oh. Good day. The sun again shines on Lutko Lane. I'm beginning to like you, traveler.
You may not pass.
I've been researching the old records, trying to find the location of Tal Rasha's tomb. Though I haven't found the tomb itself, I may have a good lead for you. The great Vigerai summoner, Horazon, built his Arcane Sanctuary somewhere around here. He was a powerful spellcaster and kept demons as slaves within the sanctuary. He kept a close eye on great events too, such as the imprisonment of Baal within Tal Rasha's tomb. If you could find Horazon's sanctuary, I'm sure that it would hold some clue as to the tomb's location. Though I doubt Horazon is still alive, you must proceed with caution. There's no telling what could be waiting inside. When I spoke of this with Lord Jeren, he asked that I send you to him. Perhaps he knows of a secret entrance or the like. I've been researching. Talrash's tomb is hidden deep in the desert among 6 others. Talrash's symbol marks the true tomb. If you want to know what that symbol is, you should be able to find it within the legendary Arcane Sanctuary.
Excellent. You have a Horadric staff. Carry it with you into Talrash's tomb. Find within the tomb the chamber whose floor is inset with the circle of 7 symbols. Place the staff into the receptacle you find there. That will open the secret passage into Talrash's burial chamber. But be prepared for a fight. You'll likely have to kill Talrasha to destroy Baal.
When the troubles began here, I allowed the terrified harem guilds to join me within the safety of the palace. All was fine until one night. Screams echoed up the stairwells from the harem. My guards arrived to find the poor girls being slaughtered by a merciless band of hell-spawned demons. My brave guardsmen tried to push the demons back into the mysterious rift from which they came. Ever since, my men have fought a losing battle. Demons have continued to pour through the rift into the palace. Ultimately, I hired Grays and his mercenaries to help protect the rest of my fair city. Drognan believes that the Arcane Sanctuary lies buried underneath this palace, since Lut-Gholein occupies the site of an ancient Viserai fortress. My palace is open to you now. Take care.
Welcome to the palace.
Good day. A careful caravan gives wide berth to sleeping bandits. If Horazon is gone, let him remain so.
Good day. Ah, the legend of Horazon is an old one, especially around these parts. You wouldn't believe the feats and strange events that are attributed to him.
Tell me your troubles. Arcane Sanctuary. That place sounds awful. Even if you find a way into it, what makes you think you'll be able to leave again?
Good day. Look, I'm just about as tough and arrogant as they come. But you never catch me trying to tame a demon for a pet. That's just asking for a lot of trouble.
Ah, the ancient mage Horazon. He believed that he could bend evil forces to his will. What he didn't know was that evil uses man, not the reverse. The Viserai still revere him as a symbol of man's ability to triumph over otherworldly forces. The Church of Light, however, cites him as an example of man's folly.
There's nothing the right potion can't cure. Horazon found it necessary to lock himself up for all time, just to protect himself from those angry demons. Such is the fate of one who practices the summoning arts. That or eternal damnation. There's old summoners and bold summoners, but no old, bold summoners. Oh, I have great
Need some help? The only thing in Jared's cellar are the harem girls that have been hiding there since the troubles began. The local guards were all relocated to the palace after the troubles began. No one really knows why. Actually, all of the town's brothel girls have been hiding out in the palace's cellar lately, so I assume that the guards have been assigned to protect them with their lives. I'm glad that's over with.
Greetings. An arcane sanctuary under the palace? I'd heard that there were some underground cellar levels that Jaren used as chambers for his treasure and such, but no arcane sanctuary.
Arcane Fortress.
Good to see you.
Good riddance, freak.
Seekers of the tomb of Tal Rasha will find it through the portal, but know that the glowing glyphs recorded here in my Arcane Sanctuary are the signs of the 6 false tombs. The missing 7th sign marks the tomb of Tal Rasha. Of the Horadrim, he might be called the Foremost. It was a shining but brief moment for the mage clans when they set aside their differences and worked together against the common enemy. The Horadrim relentlessly pursued the 3 across the desolate empires of the east and even into the uncharted lands of the west, leaving the Archangel Tyrael's hands unblemished. Presuming the 3 to be vanquished, the Horadrim's unstable fellowship began to dissipate. Abandoning their sacred charge to safeguard the 3 soul stones, the disparate mage clans began to squabble amongst each other over petty differences. Their conflicts not only dissolved their brotherhood, but strengthened the evils which they had buried beneath the cold earth.
News of the tragedy in the palace is spreading fast. How awful. And to think, this whole time I thought Jaren and his guards were in there playing with the harem girls. You make me long for the days of glory, when I had both hands, both eyes, and more of a foot. Hi there. We've all fared well under... You make me long for the...
Who goes there? Mashif has sailed all around the southern seas and visited many strengths. So, Horizon's been dead for some time. I take it you at least found what you were looking for.
Good day. Not long ago, one of my Vigeri comrades, who I believed had died in Tristram, came to the city. He seemed quite insane, so I dismissed much of what he said. However, he was able to talk his way into Jaren's palace. No one has seen him since. I fear that fool may have found something in the palace that led to his doom. Larger forces are moving inexorably towards us. You must now make haste to the tombs.
Good day. You're more the hero than I could have dreamed. Perhaps there is hope for us after all.
Let me buy you a drink. The way I see it, well, it's pretty blurry.
Hello. Well, you've gotten what you're after. I'll get a move on before it's too late.
Where can I take you? I guess you'll be heading to the tombs now. I hear that they're in the deepest desert regions.
Yes? The demonic force that was emanating from the corrupted sanctuary has dissipated. I thank you greatly for your help. Now we can look to rebuilding our lives. All will be for nothing, though, if you do not stop the greater evil which is rapidly gaining ground. When you arrived, Warif's caravan had been long overdue. With all of the evil that's arisen in the land, I'm surprised you got through it all.
Welcome to my shop. I've sold many seasickness potions to Mashif over the years. It seems that many of his passengers don't take well to the rocking of his ship on the open seas. such is always the fate of those who meddle with evil.
Greetings. I hope that this false summoner found peace in death. Unfortunately, it is more likely that he will be dragged down into hell by the demons he was bound to. Let this be a lesson to you. Demonic magic is a quick path, but its powers are seductive and deadly.
Hello. I feel no pity for that would-be summoner. His terrible ambition for demonic power was his undoing. You merely hastened the inevitable.
I am the Archangel Tyrion. I came here to prevent Diablo from freeing his brother Baal, but I have failed. Now terror and destruction roam free throughout your world. Even now, they head towards the eastern capital of Kurast, to the very heart of the Zakarum Temple. There they hope to find their eldest brother, Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, who was imprisoned there ages ago. If the three prime evils unite, they will be invincible. Though it is unclear as to what their aims are, it is certain that they must be stopped at all costs. I am broken, and the energies that tie me to this world are diminishing rapidly. You must take up this quest and prevent the three brothers from reuniting. You must cross the sea and search for Diablo and Baal in Kurast. Now, hurry, mortal. Time is running out for all of us.
This is not good. Will this madness ever end?
Good evening. Sure, I hear lots of what goes on. Did you hear about the harem guilds? They were the only ones allowed to hide out in the palace when the raid started. It figures.
You have proven to be the greatest of heroes, and I am honored to call you friend. Thank you for bringing peace to our lives again. You're more the...
You're an inspiration and such a hero that it makes me look twice as bad. You're okay. Hey, just save some glory for us little guys, huh?
Good evening. I haven't talked much to Farah. She keeps to herself most of the time. I get the feeling that she doesn't like us mercenary types much. I've heard that your foe got away from you this time. Well, look at it this way. You've got the demons on the run. If you're going to be leaving then, Thanks for your help.
Hello. I heard that Diablo has managed to best you, at least for the time being. I hope you catch up with him soon, and send him back to hell for good.
Never fear, my friend. You did the best you could. I suspect that Diablo and Baal are now heading east towards Kurast. You will find them. I know you will. I guess you'll be heading to the tombs.
My ship is your ship. Jaren tells me I should take you east to Kurast. I haven't been there for several years, but rumor has it things are pretty grim. Oh, I've known Elzix for years.
The Archangel Tyrael was the one who gave the Soul Stones to the Horadrim 260 years ago. It is highly unusual for the forces of heaven to so directly interfere with man's destiny. But Tyrael was said to act of his own volition. We have never been able to discern why. Perhaps he goes against the consensus of heaven because he doubts our ability to defend ourselves. Or perhaps he sees more threat than his peers. Where the actions of hell often seem straightforwardly bent on destruction, motives of heaven are unfathomable. Now make haste. Both Diablo and Baal must be stopped before they join with their brother Mephisto. If the three prime evils unite once again, the world as we know it will be no more. There is something about... I hope that there's...
Not intent. This is terrible news. Baal is in possession of one of mankind's most powerful mages, and the Lord of Terror guides his path. They must be stopped, for I am sure they mean to free their elder brother Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, who lies imprisoned under the corrupted city of Kurast. I fear you are walking into a great evil, but your faith can save you. May you walk in the light always. I feel... The shrines in the desert are leftover artifacts from the Great Sin War that ravaged these lands almost 1,000 years ago. They still function, but most travelers believe them only to be remnants of the distant past.
I'm sorry things didn't turn out as you had hoped. Go and remember us fondly. You know, you bothered me far less than most. Brogdon? Oh, he's a good friend of mine. I help him find exotic spell components in alchemical books from time to time. I think he used to be a sorcerer of great renown, but he doesn't like to talk about his past.
This is a serious setback. It is most unfortunate that Tal Rasha has been consumed by Baal's destructive influence. There are many secrets known to the Horadrim which could be used by Baal against us. We must travel east by sea to Kurast and stop Diablo and Baal before they free their eldest brother Mephisto. The lands of the Eastern Empire are not the same as they used to be. There's been little word for some time. Speed is of the essence. Go quickly, my friend. May the fates smile on you. Elzix is a sly one, I'll give him that. Of course, he never tries to cheat me.
You have done very well. Few could have come this far, let alone discover the true tomb of Tal Rasha. Unfortunately, I hear that Diablo and Baal have eluded your grasp. This is most unfortunate. If you wish to travel east, I have authorized Mashif to give you passage by sea. I imagine he should be very anxious to leave by now. Good luck on your quest, and thank you again for saving my beloved city. You will always be welcome in Lut Gholein, my friend. To any who aid me in the...
Jaren tells me I should take you east to Kura.
My companion drew in the dank, cold air of the tomb. It seemed to strengthen him. I stood in the doorway between light and dark. What was left of my sanity implored me not to enter. But that voice was just a whisper now. As we worked our way down, deeper and deeper into the crypt, I began to see a change in my companion. He seemed to be gaining strength. I could hardly see in the gloom, but my companion seemed to know the way. We came at last to a great hall. It was then I realized my companion hadn't been gaining strength. He had been losing what was left of his humanity. He moved with demonic speed, and then you appeared.
Stop! The beast contained herein shall not be set free, not even by you. Set in motion this day. Go to the Temple of Light in the eastern city of Karas. There you will find the gate to hell opened before you. You must find the courage to step through that gate, Maris. Take the stone you hold to the Hellforge, where it will be destroyed. Now run. Take the stone and run!
Good day. Welcome to Karas, traveler. Few come willingly to this ancient city anymore. I hope you brought your wits with you, for sanity is in short supply here. My name is Ratli. I am a sorcerer skilled in metalwork. It'd be a pleasure to help you. I don't have many customers these days. As you can see, the populace has been brutally decimated by the forces of Mephisto. The canals run red with blood, and demons roam the land. A wretched jungle hell has already reclaimed much of Karast. The only safety you'll find is here at the dockside, where a magical warding holds the jungle evils at bay. But I don't know how long it will last. To make matters worse, the children of Zakharum are in league with the forces of Mephisto. The Zakharum have concentrated their power in the temple city of Travancore, located within Karast deep in the jungle wilderness. It's true, their zeal is unmatched, but I say the so-called warriors of light are nothing more than the twisted puppets of a hidden hand. Ashira leads the mercenary company known as the Iron Wolves. You can hire some of them, but many are occupied securing the dockside.
Well, I gave you my word and brought you here as promised. But by all that's still holy, I wish I'd never returned to this accursed place. This fetid jungle can't be the fair Kurast I left behind. I don't know what all this evil is, my friend, but it's obvious that you must stop it. I only pray that you can before the jungle consumes the last vestiges of my beloved homeland. The dockside is apparently the only civilized area left in Kurast.
Greetings, hero. I've heard of your exploits and, I'm quite impressed. Very few mortals are capable of dealing with the three and their minions as you have. My name is Natalia. I am a hunter of evil, part of an ancient order sworn to hunt down corrupted sorcerers. If I could, I would gladly join your quest to stop the three. But I must wait here for further news. I can't predict what will happen, but the danger is greater than we can know. Until I receive my orders, I'll assist you with the information I have.
You now speak to Ormus. He was once a great mage, but now lives like a rat in a sinking vessel. You have questions for Ormus and doubt in yourself. Ormus sees a strange dichotomy in you, as he does in all would-be heroes. Speak to him, and he may grant you wisdom in turn, or turn from him and seek wisdom in thyself. When speaking of the dead, it is best to remain cryptic.
Hello? Ashira? Well, she's a tough-talking mage, but I'd wager she's never faced true evil. Pampering drunken mercenaries is one thing, but standing face-to-face with a hellspawn demon is another.
Hello there. You must be an Amazon. I've heard about your people. Nomadic warriors without peer. My name's Ashira, and I lead the mercenary band of mages known as the Iron Wolves. We've been hunting down demons in the jungle for months, but no matter how many of them we kill, they just keep coming. Seems this whole place has been overrun by evil. Rumor has it that you've come here to help. If that's true, then I'll let you hire some of my mercenaries. But be careful. If you piss them off, they can be worse than those monsters out in the jungle. The Iron Wolves and I have made a good living around here lately.
Damn it! I wish you people would just leave me alone. You're new here, aren't you? I am Alcor the Alchemist. I dabble in potions and salves, and I can sell you some if you really need them. But don't make a habit of coming here. I don't like to be disturbed while I'm studying. I hope you don't object to my badgering the witless.
Not in town.
I've not set foot in glorious Kurast for many years. but I never would have imagined it could be so corrupted. Certainly this must be Mephisto's work. You'd best get going, my friend. Diablo and Baal are still out there, and you must find them. Good to see you. Seeing his homeland in such a state must be horrifying to Meshif. I'm surprised he's willing to remain here in order to help you. Good evening. Good to see you.
Gatsim's reign is renewed. I am overburdened.
Never forget that your ultimate purpose here in Kurast is to destroy Mephisto. The ancient Horadrim imprisoned the Lord of Hatred inside the Guardian Tower that is located within the temple city of Travancore. Know this, friend. The only way to gain entry to Mephisto's prison is to destroy the artifact known as the Compelling Orb. Mephisto used this device to control the Zakarum priests and their followers. The orb can only be destroyed with an ancient flail imbued with the spirit of the one incorruptible priest. Soon after his imprisonment, Mephisto worked his evil corruption on the Zakarum priesthood. All were turned to his dark ways, save one, Khalim, the K-Hagen of the High Council. Mephisto directed the other council priests to slay and dismember Khalim, and then scatter his remains across the kingdom. The priest Sankakur succeeded Khalim as K-Hagen, eventually becoming the embodiment of Mephisto here on the mortal plane. The corrupted High Council fashioned an orb to control the rest of the Zakarum faithful and used their powers to hide the lair of their master from mortals. Your task is to collect the scattered relics of Khalim, his heart, his brain, and his eye. Then, using the Horadric Cube, transmute Khalim's flail with his relics. Once this is accomplished, you must destroy the Compelling Orb with Khalim's will to open the way into the corrupt sanctum of Mephisto. Ridding Kurast of the Council of Zakarum was essential. Still, there is more you must do. The Compelling Orb, too, must be destroyed. Diablo and Baal must be close to finding their brother Mephisto by now. You've no time to waste. Masterfully done, hero. You have crafted Khalim's will. Employ it to destroy the Compelling Orb and open the way to Mephisto. May the ridding Kurast of the Council of... Good day! Have you met Natalia? She appears to be a member of the Krau Hajek, a secret order that has been around for centuries, almost as long as the Horadrim itself. Her presence here makes me uneasy, for they are traditionally sworn to hunt down magi who have betrayed the trust of their order. I wonder why she is here. Masterfully done, hero. You have found a source of information powerful enough to turn the tide against the Zakarum. Ridding Kurast of the Council of Zakarum was essential.
What do you need? The Iron Wolves are very impressed by your skills. The sun has set on the religion of light.
As I told you before, I placed an enchantment upon the dark side in order to keep the demons at bay. But lately, the enchantment seems to be weakening. If memory serves me correctly, there is a holy Skatsimi blade that could revitalize the enchantment. The blade is called the Gimbatul. Find it, and our...
Good day. So, you've returned with the book. You surprise me. You must be very resourceful. I can hardly believe you did it. Your power blankets you like a shining aura. Don't let the Gidbin's size fool you. Though it is only a small dagger, it holds tremendous power when in the hands of a true Skatsimi mage.
I shouldn't have boasted so much about Kurost on the journey here. Oh, much has changed since I left. Thank all that's holy. You've returned with the Black Book. Maybe now you can put an end to the evil that has destroyed my homeland. The Gidbin is one of the few remaining relics of Skatsim, the old religion. It is reputed to have great powers. It seems the jungle is already dying back. You've broken the curse, my friend. May the light...
Not in town. Not here. What would this bring from the right buyer?
Praise you. That jade figurine will complete the set I was collecting. Here, I've had this statuette of a golden bird for years, but I consider it a fair exchange.
Greeting. Diablo and Baal have surely found the Temple City by now. They seek to free their brother, Mephisto, who is imprisoned by the Haradrim in the Temple's Guardian Tower. You must reach him before his brothers do, and prevent them from releasing hatred upon the world. Make haste. Though the three are sure to reunite, it is uncertain as to what they have planned once they do. Be cautious, my friend. Though you are mighty, no mortal can stand alone against the power of the primevals. Ashera is both proud and self-conscious of her womanhood.
Ah, the golden bird of Greeley. Thank you, my friend. Busy yourself while I experiment with the ashes within it. Then return and see what I've made for you. You have found the book. It should give all of us here some insight into the nature of the prime evils. Ah, but as for you, you have found the book. Hello! From the ashes of Greeley, I have mixed for you a potion. You have found the book. It should give all of us here some insight into the nature of the prime evils. Ah, but as for you...
All this trouble over a tattered book.
Good day. You came here with mischief? That old tour guide to the stupid? I'm surprised you made it here in one piece. From the ashes of...
Greetings. O'Reilly may be a bit too clever for his own good. Still, I'd trust his work anytime.
Hello.
Success. But still, there's something not right.
But our faith in you was well deserved. But Diablo has made his way to hell, and it is likely that Baal followed him there. enter the infernal gate and kill the Lord of Terror before all is lost. Only then will our world be saved. Good evening. Seeing his homeland in such...
Yes? You have defeated the primeval in combat. Ormus is impressed beyond words. But staying here will not end this conflict. You must enter the infernal gate and stop Diablo once and for all.
Hello. Well done, my friend. You are a great champion of order. Please consider yourself an honorary Iron Wolf.
What do you need? Your news is great indeed. You have saved us all. I would smile, but I'm afraid my face might collapse.
Now Kurast can begin the task of rekindling its former glory. I thank you.
Greetings. It looks like you're going to hell before me. Put in a good word.
I did as you told me, Tyrael. I found the temple of the Zakarum. In the deepest recesses of the temple, I found a dark gathering. My companion, the Wanderer, Talrasha, and a great evil who could only be the Lord of Hatred himself, Mephisto. I heard a voice that, like 1,000 needles in my heart.
My brothers, at long last we stand reunited. The infernal gate has been prepared, and the time of our final victory is at hand. Let the way to hell be opened. And the evil that was once vanquished shall rise anew. Wrapped in the guise of man shall he walk amongst the innocent, and terror shall consume they that dwell upon the earth. The skies shall rain fire, and the seas will become as blood. The righteous shall fall before the wicked, and all creation shall tremble before the burning standards of hell.
What I saw then was not meant for mortal eyes.
The gate stands ready. Now, my young brother, the time has come to assume your true form. Arise, Diablo, Lord of Terror.
You of the harbinger of all return, Diablo. Send forth your terror into hell.
Greetings.
It is good to see you again, hero. Mephisto's defeat is a great victory for the light. I knew that you would eventually find your way here. The Pandemonium Fortress is the last bastion of heaven's power before the gates of the burning hells. This place has been hallowed by the blood of thousands of champions of the light, many of whom were mortal, like yourself. Now, the final battle against the prime evil draws near. You must face it alone. I have been forbidden to aid you directly, save for a few bits of wisdom. For this is the hour of mortal man's triumph. Your triumph. May the light protect you, and the powers of heaven shine upon your path. There is a dark, tortured soul who was trapped within this forsaken realm long ago. He was called Iswal, my mortal men, and in ages past he was my most trusted lieutenant. Yet, against my wishes, he led an ill-fated assault upon the fiery Hellforge itself. Despite his valor and strength, Iswal was captured by the prime evils and twisted by their perverse powers. They forced him to betray his own kind and give up heaven's most guarded secrets. He became a corrupt shadow of his former self. A fallen angel, trusted neither by heaven nor hell. For his transgressions, Iswal's spirit was bound within the form of a terrible creature, which was summoned from the abyss. His maddened spirit has resided within that tortured husk for many ages now. It seems to me that he has suffered long enough. I implore you, find Iswal and release him from his cruel imprisonment. Put an end to his guilt and suffering. Long ago, I swore an oath to watch over the Horadrim and their descendants. As Deckard Cain is the last of their esteemed order, I will not allow him to perish here so far from the lands of his birth. Be at ease, hero. I know that he is your friend. He shall come to no harm.
The time has come for you to destroy Mephisto's Soul Stone. Take the stone to the Hellforge, place it upon the forge, and strike it soundly with the hammer. Only by doing this can you prevent Mephisto from manifesting in this world ever again. I have read much about the enigmatic Archangel Tyrael. He was revered in Horadrim lore, both for his compassion for mortals and his unquenchable spirit. It was rumored that he went against the wishes of heaven and gave the Horadrim the original Soul Stones in order to trap Diablo and his brothers.
You see, it was I who told Diablo and his brothers about the Soul Stones and how to corrupt them. It was I who helped the Prime Evils mastermind their own exile to your world. The plan we set in motion so long ago cannot be stopped by any mortal agency. Hell itself is poised to spill forth into your world like a tidal wave of blood and nightmares. You and all of your kind are doomed.
Goodbye, Iswal.
Good evening. You're lucky to be alive, my friend. It is imperative that you find and stop Diablo. You should speak of this with Tyrael. He will know what to make of this.
Thank you, hero, for putting Iswal's tortured spirit to rest. May the light protect you and the powers of heaven shine upon your path. But if what you tell me is true, then I fear that we have been played for fools all along. Iswal helped Diablo and his brothers trick me into using the Soul Stones against them. Now the Stone's powers are corrupted. With the combined powers of the Soul Stones under their control, the Prime Evils will be able to turn the mortal world into a permanent outpost of hell.
Congratulations, hero! Surely even Diablo himself sensed the fury unleashed when you smashed his brother's soul stone. I have read much.
Time has come to hunt down and destroy Diablo himself. But beware, the Lord of Terror is not to be underestimated. He single-handedly destroyed the town of Tristram and corrupted the last noble hero who tried to stop him. This time, you must defeat him for good. Only by destroying the Soul Stone which he carries will his spirit be banished forever. Good luck. Though this be our darkest hour, it may yet be your greatest moment.
I am overburdened.
I knew there was great potential in you, my friend. You've done a fantastic job. Though my ancestors often struggled against the three evils and their minions, I've always lived a shut-in, scholarly life. I'm glad that my wisdom aided you. Now, I wish to leave this place. Though heaven's gates are a marvel to behold, I hope I won't have to see them again for many, many years. Please, talk to Tyrael about leaving this place now.
What do you need?
Praise be to the light. You have accomplished the impossible. Diablo and Mephisto have been banished back into the black abyss that spawned them, and the corrupted soul stones are no more. However, while you were fighting here, Baal remained behind in the mortal realm, building an army of hellish minions. Now Baal's army is searching for the World Stone, the ancient source of all the soul stones and their power, while leaving behind a wake of destruction. They have forged deeply into the barbarian homelands, heading directly for the summit of Mount Aryan. Baal knows, mortal hero. That is the very site of the blessed World Stone. Now, enter the portal I have opened for you. It will take you to the barbarian city of Hrothgar, the last bastion of order on the slopes of Aryan. Long ago,
I heard later that he was defeated. The Soul Stones were destroyed in Hellforge. All except one.
Oh, I failed, Tyrael. I couldn't do as you asked. I couldn't enter that gate. Forgive me, Tyrael. Forgive me.
Marius, give me the stone, and all is forgiven. Give it to me, Marius.
Take it. Take it, take it. I'm glad this is finally over, Tyrael. Look what the stone has done to me.
You haven't failed, old man. You've done exactly as you were meant to do. However, I am not the Archangel Tyrael.
Well, no.
You have done well, Marius. Now I think you shall have your reward.
What have I done to deserve
Baal! The gates of Sescheron have stood for eons beyond remembrance, and you shall not breach them now. Remove your foul demons from our lands. We stand on the side of light. You shall not be allowed to reach Mount Ariat, and that which you seek will not be yours.
Enough! Enough!
I shall take your position into consideration. Well, it seems your terms are not acceptable.
Afternoon. This is a lively town during our victory celebrations. We barbarians train long and hard from childhood to become warriors, and we celebrate with equal fervor. You didn't happen to... This is a lie. So, you're an Amazon. I have heard rumors about your kind. Your unusual weapons could prove a challenge to my skills, but I'm prepared to meet it. I am Larzik the Armorer. My ancestors were some of the finest craftsmen in Harrogath. Regretfully, my supplies run lower with every passing day, yet the demons beyond the walls have not weakened. I fear the time is near when I must put down my hammer and take up a sword instead.
Good afternoon. I, Mala, welcome you to Harrogath, the last stronghold of order on Mount Ariat. You have come to the right place if you intend to defeat Baal, the Lord of Destruction. Baal has laid waste to our mountain and its denizens. His minions continue to attack our town, while Qualkek and his men have proven helpless to stop them. Baal is still out on the mountain looking for something, but I know not what. All of the elders, save Nilathak, sacrificed themselves to place a protective ward around Harrogath. Some of us here, certainly Nilathak, do not appreciate your presence. We are a proud people, and it is not easy for us to accept aid. I, however, am glad you are here. If you need healing or a potion, please come to me. See Larzik for weapons, armor, and repairs. Nilathak, despite his disposition, may be of some assistance with other wares. Finally, Qualkek, our man-at-arms, leads Harrogath's remaining forces against Baal. Your gold is most helpful. Medical supplies for our wounded are scarce and very expensive. When we can find a supplier, we must pay dearly for what we need.
If you're here to defeat Baal, you must prove it. As we speak, Harrogath is under siege by Baal's demons. Catapults rain death just outside the town walls. Baal himself travels up the sacred mountain, having left in charge here one of his most vicious generals, Shank the Overseer. A ruthless taskmaster, he lashes his own minions into suicidal frenzies on the battlefield. If you wish to prove yourself to us, destroy the monster Shank that commands those infernal catapults outside Harrogath. If you manage to do this, return to me. This is a lively... did I mention there were catapults?
How may I be of help? Qualkek and his men have been fighting to break the siege for some time. Where many have failed, you may succeed.
I am amazed to find this place so untouched. Everything else in the path of Baal, the Lord of Destruction, lies in ruin. These barbarians must indeed be the legendary guardians of Mount Ariat. They are a proud, hardy people. Don't expect to be greeted warmly. Strangers here rarely are. Perhaps I can gain their trust. I'll spend some time with the townsfolk and try to understand them better. I'll let you know what I discover. With Hellspawn, size is no measure of their threat. Demons half the size of men can kill with a gesture, while hellish pack animals trample any who stand in their way. I believe that stopping the siege on Harrogath is the only way for you to earn the trust of these people.
I am Qualkek, the senior man-at-arms of Harrogath. You have the look of a warrior. An extra soldier will be useful, but don't expect anyone to mourn.
if you get yourself killed. Baal is true to his namesake. He has ravaged through our lands like a merciless plague. The protective ward laid down by our lost elders helps hold the evil at bay. But Baal's siege has taken its toll all the same. Most of my men are now dead. Others are trapped in the mountain passes. But I swear we are not beaten yet. We will fight to the end to protect this mountain. About to face Shank the Overseer to stop the siege, are you? You should ask Mala to perform your last rites before you go, stranger. We have lost many well-trained warriors to Baal's siege machines. Their range is great, though they are vulnerable if you close the distance quickly enough.
Well, well. The siege has everything in short supply, except fools. Why would you seek this place, stranger? Are you a vulture come to loot the bodies of our fallen warriors? Regardless, this is no place to make a name for yourself. The mountain is ours to protect. It's only a matter of time before Hell's legions are routed. Qualkek is useless. He has blindly sent our warriors to their deaths, assuming Baal's legions would fight as men do. Of course, everyone knows they do not. After so many have died, who are you to think you can accomplish what our proud warriors could not?
The siege must be stopped. Did I do that?
You're an even greater warrior than I expected. Sorry for underestimating you. As a token of my appreciation, I will craft sockets into an item of your choosing. And from now on, you'll get the best price for all my wares. Just so you know, the gold you pay me doesn't line my pockets. Much of it goes to buy the raw metal I need to melt down for weapons and armor. The rest, well, all I can spare, goes to Mala and Qualkek for other supplies.
Good evening. The catapults are infernal machines, made of demon flesh fused with steel. Be wary of them.
Evening. My concerns have turned to my men taken prisoner on the battlefield by Baal's demons. I hate to think what's happened to them. As you journey up the mountain, keep your eyes open for my soldiers and bring them back to me if you can. Those of my men fortunate enough to escape on their own told me that they were held captive in the highlands and plateaus. We have lost many well-trained warriors.
Yes. You have proven you can take life, warrior. But can you save it as well? If you have nothing useful for me, be on your way.
Stay a while and listen. All users of the magical arts know of Mount Ariat, but few understand its true nature. It is the nexus of an unfathomable magic. It bodes ill that the Lord of Destruction races to its summit with such purpose. I fear for the whole world should Baal gain what he seeks. I know firsthand that captivity is a sad fate for a man. Find them quickly.
Qualkek's men have been in prison for some time. They are certain to be tired and weak. You must protect them once you free them.
Can I help you? I crafted the swords and armor for Qualkek's men. They were like brothers to me. I can't imagine the pain they must be suffering. Save them if you can.
Follow me.
Evening. Since your arrival, Cain has spoken of your deeds in the southern kingdoms, defeating both Mephisto and Diablo. At first I scoffed at his tales, but I'm finding them more believable with every passing day.
Good evening. There is a matter which I hesitate to share, but I believe you are the only one who can help me now. Anya, the young alchemist and daughter to one of our slain elders, has been missing for some time. She is a strong, crafty woman with a spirit like no other. One night, just before your arrival, I overheard her and Nilathak arguing about her father's death. The next morning, she was gone. Nilathak has his own tale as to where she went and why. Don't believe him. I fear he's at the root of her disappearance. Please, if you can, search for Anya and bring her back to us. She'll know what to do about Nilathak. This battle plays mind tricks on our warriors. Those fortunate enough to have returned from the mountainside claim to have seen angels in flight. Fly they might, but that certainly does not make them angels. You have inspired the people in this town. Not only those you rescued, but those you helped in other ways as well.
Anya is an amazing alchemist, especially for her young age. As long as I've known her, she's never let anything stop her from pursuing what she believed in. I wouldn't doubt that Nilathok is involved. Ever since her father died, they haven't gotten along.
Good to see you. I would listen to Mala. Nilathok speaks with a venomous tongue and acts as if the entire weight of this town rests upon his shoulders. Perhaps there is more going on here than we know.
Thank you for rescuing my men. They have spoken well of your bravery in battle. Perhaps there is hope for us after all. If you wish, you may hire some of my mercenaries that you saved. And please, take this set of runes. I had been saving them for a socketed shield, but I think you'll make better use of them. Be sure to set them in the right order for their fullest effect. Thank you. Anya's father, Ast, was our wisest elder. He was killed along with the other elders who erected the ward that protects the city. The ward has kept Baal's demons out of Haragath, but at a costly sacrifice. Nilathok, on the other hand, was the only elder to escape the demons. Somehow, he alone managed to find sanctuary, while the others died around him. Ever since that day, Nilathok and Anya have been at odds. Larzik is a talented blacksmith, but his head is full of some strange ideas. Just the other day, he came to me with a plan to break the siege. He wanted to fill large pipes with exploding powders and steel balls. Then, well, like I said, strange.
The morning comes. This battle place... Nilithok did this to me. If you've come to help me, my only hope lies with Mala. Please, tell her you've found me. Good. So, that snake Nilithok was behind Anya's disappearance, and he trapped her with a freezing curse. Here, take this potion to Anya and give it to her. That should release her. Thank you so much for bringing Anya back to us. I have devised this spell to increase your resistances as a token of my thanks. I know it isn't much, but I hope you find it helpful. Please, go talk to Anya. She has urgent news concerning Nilithok. Your gold is most helpful. Medical supplies for our wounded are...
Afternoon. I never liked Nilithok, but I never suspected that he'd betray us. I just can't understand how an elder could do such a thing.
You have proven yourself a true hero to me and my people. These are dark times, warrior. I hope you can bring an end to Baal's reign of destruction. Our Council of Elders is gone, my father Ost among them. The one thing that keeps us from total despair is the promise of vengeance against Baal. Thank you, hero, for rescuing me. To show my personal gratitude, I give you this. I had it custom made for you by Larzik. Nilithok told me he struck a deal with Baal to protect Haragath. In exchange for the demon's mercy, the misguided fool plans to give Baal the relic of the ancients, our most holy totem. Doing so will allow Baal to enter Mount Arreat unchallenged by the ancients. I tried to stop Nilithok, but he imprisoned me in that icy tomb. Nilithok must be stopped before he dooms the whole world. As much as I would love to strangle the life out of him, I'm afraid I haven't the strength. You must go to his lair through this portal I've opened, kill him, and then bring back the relic of the ancients. Stop Nilithok from destroying what we have striven for eons to protect. Now that the elders are all dead, I don't know who will guide our people through this dark time. I was to be next in line after my father, but this burden is too great for me to shoulder alone. We are a people of strong blood. I shall do what I can, and let fate do the rest.
Now, rescuing Anya, that's good. Talking to me while Nilithok hands over the relic to Baal, that's bad. Why did you ever leave your beautiful islands to come to this frozen battleground? Perhaps if we both survive this, we'll travel back there together.
Hello. My worst fear has come true. Nilithok has gone mad. You must stop him before he gives the relic to the Lord of Destruction.
Not here.
Your gold.
Afternoon. I saw Nilithok leave town just before you found Anya. He must be held accountable for his criminal deeds. Find him and bring him back if you can. Likely he won't come willingly, and you'll be forced to kill him. So be it.
Good day. Regretfully, I know very little about this relic. However, if what the others say is true, then Baal must not gain possession of it. Stop Neelathok before all is lost.
Oh, Neelathok's home away from home. Baal. What a tragic mistake.
So the relic is lost. Do not dwell on failures past. It is your future that matters more.
Every time I hear of you, warrior, your deeds become more legendary. But take heed. You are approaching the very summit of Mount Arreat. I have never dared venture there. It is sacred, our most holy place. The legends say it is guarded by the Ancient Ones, who block the path of all who are unworthy. Your reputation here does not matter. It will be the Ancients who determine your worthiness. Good luck.
Stay a while and listen. Beware. Baal grows stronger with every passing moment. A test of mettle is a fitting rite of passage for a barbarian hero.
You've stopped Nilothok, but he didn't have the relic. He must have already given it to Baal. Now Baal will not be tested when he reaches Arreat's summit. Damn Nilothok. I do thank you for trying, though. Please, allow me to honor your courage by magically inscribing your name onto an item of your choosing. It's the least I can do. When I was a child, the elders told us stories about the mountain and its power, and how the barbarian people are bound to it as protectors. Baal is not just taking our land. With every step he takes up the mountain, he takes a part of who we are as a people. Can I help you? You wouldn't have to test yourself against the Ancients if it weren't for Nilothok's treachery. He was a fool, and deserves to suffer for eternity. You have stopped Nilothok, but he didn't have the relic.
At your service. What does Baal plan to do inside Mount Arreat? Every night, I've prayed to the Ancients to bring us peace, and now you must fight them. Who shall I pray to now, warrior?
By reaching the summit, you cease being just a simple warrior. When you come back, you will be far more.
We are the spirits of the Nephilim, the Ancient Ones. We have been chosen to guard sacred Mount Ariyat, wherein the world's stone rests.
Few are worthy to stand in its presence.
Fewer still can comprehend its true purpose.
Before you enter, you must defeat us.
The Ancients have honored you, and in turn, so do we. I have no remaining doubts about you now.
I knew the Ancients would find you worthy of Mount Ariyat's secrets. Now, stop Baal before he destroys all that is sacred. Though once considered shelter by our people, the ice caves offer no refuge from the Dark Horde. There are creatures there that will freeze your heart before feasting upon it.
Evening. I've offered Qualkek my ideas on how to break the siege, but he dismisses them. Is it because I lack scars of battle? Or does he think I'm a couple arrows short of a quiver? The Ancients have honored you.
You stand before me a worthy hero, and on you rests the last hope of our people. Bear it well, warrior. Now that the elders are all dead.
You have proven yourself to these people. They look to you as their warrior, their champion. Beware. Though the Elder Council of Harrogath is gone, there are many capable young leaders to take their place. Anya certainly has enough courage and intelligence to lead them all, if they can survive this catastrophe.
Besting the Ancients in battle is a mighty feat indeed. I hope this means you're ready to battle Baal. Baal's legions seem countless, but slaying their commanders takes some of the fight out of them.
My work here is truly done.
If Tyrael says the World Stone must be destroyed, then it must. We cannot let Baal's corruption prevail. The world will change, true. But who is to say it isn't for the better? This battle plays mind tricks on our warriors.
The ancients themselves will envy our songs about you. Please, don't forget about us. Farewell, my friend. This is a lively town during our victory celebrations. We barbarians train long and hard from childhood to become warriors, and we celebrate with equal fervor. You didn't happen to bring along any ale to trade?
You have done the impossible, hero. Your defeat of the last of the three primevals is a great victory for the light. Strange that you say that the World Stone must be destroyed. The prophecies said nothing about that. Perhaps all we have fought for will be lost. Or perhaps we'll never need fight again. Our people believe that the ancients protecting Mount Arreat have the power to stop Baal. Unfortunately, the Lord of Destruction has shown great power to undermine our faith.
I knew in time you would defeat Baal. You have done everything you set out to do, my friend. Ever since you rescued me from Tristram, I have believed in you. It has been a supreme honor to aid you along the way. So, the World Stone was corrupted by Baal, and now Tyrael must destroy it. Worry not. Through whatever lies ahead, I have faith that the light will guide us both. Go now, back to the World Stone chamber, and enter the portal Tyrael has opened for you. Though the Elder Council of Harrogan...
The destruction of the World Stone does not bode well for our world, but I'll try not to worry. After all, we have warriors like you fighting for us, and for the light. Farewell. This is unlike any battle I have ever fought. While we ration food and water, the demon hordes feast nightly on the flesh and blood of our dead.
Greetings. I am impressed, Mormons. You have overcome the greatest challenge this world has ever faced and defeated the last of the primevals. However, we are too late to save the World Stone. Baal's destructive touch has corrupted it completely. Given enough time, the World Stone's energies will drain away, and the barriers between the worlds will shatter. The powers of hell will flood into this sanctuary and eradicate your people and everything you've labored to build. Therefore, I must destroy the corrupted World Stone before the powers of hell take root. This act will change your world forever, with consequences even I cannot foresee. However, it is the only way to ensure mankind's survival. Go now, mortal. I have opened a portal that will lead you to safety. May the eternal light shine upon you and your descendants for what you've done this day. The continued survival of mankind is your legacy. Above all else, you've earned a rest from this endless battle.